the Satin Lounge. Breathe it in. Paper Airplanes, one of my favorite songs by our special guest joining us for Pillow Talk, Whalen. I love that song. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad you like that song.
I do. I know that music is left up to interpretation, and you could be talking about many things, but for me, when I personalized the song, I was talking about my dreams. I was singing that song to my dreams. What were you saying there?
It's interesting that you have that interpretation because, and I hesitate to sometimes to tell people what I've written songs about because I prefer for it to be personal to them and to how they really feel it. But I wrote most of my songs on my own, but I actually co-wrote that song with one of my best friends and a woman who plays in my band. Her name is Kim O'Hara.
Oh, wow.
And she's,
shout out, Kim. Shout out.
Yeah, exactly. She's an awesome bass player and percussionist that who knew she was also a great songwriter. And we had just spent the morning talking about the struggles and the tour and the up and down and all the beautiful things and all the hard things. And we ended up writing that song that afternoon. So I think for us it was a lot about, just staying in it because we feel a calling to do something like that. Wow.
Your Paper Airplanes, they're your dreams. I love it. Yeah. I love it. I really, really love it. It encouraged me, so much when I listened to it. And it's kind of pensive because it does take you on that journey. You just kind of sit with it and go, yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I feel that way. I thought it was brilliantly written. And Kim, again, shout out. I adore your songwriting. I hope you hear me. Let's talk more about your journey. After you broke up, your heartbreak with the record label, which you pulled yourself back together. You did. You pulled yourself up by your bootstrings, and you headed from Denver to Nashville. And how did you get yourself back together? And why did you choose Nashville as the place to take your boots off?
I love Denver, and it was definitely my home, and I'm happy to be located here again, but I just really needed a change of scenery, and I was working with a manager at the time who had a lot of connections in Nashville, and so I'd never even been to the town, let alone done any work there, and so I decided to take a break from performance for a while and go to Nashville and just learn more about the craft of songwriting.
Right. I knew that was a motivator. Songwriting in Nashville is ridiculous. It really is.
Yeah, it really was. It was like going to upper education for songwriting. It was like grad school, It was really an awesome experience for me, and I really loved the town. I loved the people I met. I ended up making a record there.
Yes, you did.
Even though I didn't think when I went that was the purpose of me going, and I just still work there all the time. I have great friends there, and I'm really grateful for the years that I spent in Nashville.
Well, in Nashville, Satin Lounge, she releases her 4th CD. Do you hear it that I said the number 4 after everything she's gone through? Her 4th CD. She releases it. It's entitled The Whistle Stop Road Record, which is deliciously country.
It is, isn't it?
Yes, definitely feel Nashville all over that one. You're co-writing with some of Nashville's greatest. They're some of the best songwriters out there. Rob Crosby, Keith, is it Stegall?
Yeah, he has produced all of Alan Jackson's records and most recently all of Zach Brown's. And he is just, I think a lot of people there are brilliant, but some people are just in the stratosphere. Yeah. And I was just inspiring to be in a room with him, let alone to get to write a song with him. And he pulled me aside and said, I haven't had the desire to write with an artist since Alan Jackson came along. Wow. And I was just, that's just, that can keep you going for
What
a
validation
year.
do you need? Yes, that's beautiful. Are there any other artists that have influenced you throughout the years? What kind of music do you listen to?
I tend to listen to other singer-songwriters in the majority.
Do you consider yourself a independent country artist?
No, yes and no, really. I never really thought of myself as country until I started getting attention from country people in the country music business, and I can certainly hear the crossover, and I love my country fans. Absolutely adore them. They're loyal. They know all the words. They appreciate me, whatever kind of music I put out. So I really get that. But I don't think that my heart and soul really lie in the country music as far as composition goes.
Mm-hmm.
But certainly my time in Nashville flavored my whistle stop record.
Yeah, it flavors your style a little bit. But yes, you do have kind of a just a crossover folky sound. I enjoy it.
Yeah, and a lot of my favorite artists, like the Sean Colvins of the world, they really have a bunch of crossover potential, and it's really hard to pin it up as country or as folk or as pop. And I sort of feel like I kind of reside in that same gray area.
And when you're independent, this is, I think, an important statement. When you're independent, you really don't necessarily have to label yourself in a genre, do you?
No, I don't think so. And I'm working on a new record right now, and I have.
Oh my God! I'm so excited. Wait a minute. Just last year you dropped the. Wait a minute. You're working on something for 2013 already.
Yeah, after I put out the record in 2012, I honestly thought it would be 5 years or something before I put out another record.
Yes, you did say that.
I just felt like all the wind. I had given everything, and so. But yeah, I somehow got inspired and invigorated again, and so I'm writing again. And this new record definitely has like an adult contemporary feel. It's definitely
sweet,
folky pop. Yeah, it's going to be real cool.
I can't wait to hear what you do with that one. Would you say that last year's release influenced your creative mind state for this new project?
Yeah, I do think so. I really do. I think, I worked with a producer on my last record who was really brilliant, and I certainly enjoyed the experience, but it's real kind of polished up for me, the record, which I love, but I would like to kind of get back to that sort of rootsy, we're all together in the same room playing music feel. So
you love the intimate feel.
I do.
The acoustic, Is it the acoustic feel with the fans close to you? Those are your days at Borders. That's what's coming back.
That's what it is.
How do fans inspire you?
I think just with their constant support and true belief in the ability of this music to become bigger than it already is. Mm-hmm. They never wear out. It's wonderful. And they show after show and month after month, and they just they pour out their support to me and really encourage me to keep going, which is really necessary and helpful.
It's beautiful, isn't it? It is a motivating factor because you feel like, after all, what you're doing has purpose. Sometimes we do things just because it's a muse to us. We like it. We like the way it feels. Mm-hmm. But when it's connecting to people, what is one or two experiences you may have had that really just, tore at your heartstrings that maybe some fan has said to you or wrote to you or spoken to you about?
There's been so many, but there's a few that, there's a couple that stand out in my mind. One is when I was very first starting out, and I was still living in the camper, and I was playing. Mm-hmm. I had driven all this way to play a show in Borders in Eureka, California. And there was maybe 6 people there or 5 people there, and there's such a small crowd. And I was just really struggling with that show, but I still try to sing my heart out and really connect to those people because you just, you never know who they know and how their influence can impact the rest of your life. And when I went to my tip jar at the end of the night, there was a $500 bill in it.
Wow.
Yeah, and I mean, there's only 5 people there.
Yes,
right? So
yes.
I just looking around with like tears in my eyes, and this woman came up from the back and she said, "I really felt like I should do that, and I want you to keep this, and please keep singing. You really made an impression on me tonight, and I wish you all the best."
God, that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. See, these are the kinds of moments that happen. It just changes everything. It becomes like a soundtrack in your life. It becomes like a staple or a benchmark, or it makes you believe. And I'm constantly, I have this preempt on my show where I'm constantly telling the Satin Lounge, it's like I'm saying it over and over and over, you have to believe in what you're doing for anyone else to believe in it, and it's encouraging that you have those little whispers and acknowledgement or nods along the way to help you know that you are fulfilling purpose. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing.